Hey everybody, so we're going to set up our first game camera on this off-grid trip, and I suddenly remembered about this rough cut line I found, I think the first day I was camped out here, and I thought, you know, although I don't see bear scat around here, it just looks like bears would be all over this place. I mean, they can root around in the stumps and under logs and stuff to, you know, get mice and grubs and other insects, whatever they want. So I figured, well, let's set up a camera here, and you know what? We're going to set up my best camera here, just as a gamble. We're going to set it on this tree right here. And I picked this tree because it's right in the right position to kind of get a view down the valley here. These cameras will pick up motion only to a certain distance. It's hard to pin down exactly how far, and sometimes they'll surprise you. Before I forget, I did that video on game cameras, and I started saying something about glow cameras, and I didn't finish. In game cameras, there's low glow game cameras, no glow, and full glow. And I've got, most of mine are like, I've got a couple of no glow cameras, and those twin Bushnell ones, those dark brown ones, those are the ones that are really good at night. They're full glow cameras, and which is probably why they're so good at night, one of the reasons. And that is how strong the infrared signal is, and also mostly how visible it is. A full glow camera, when you put it up on the tree and it turns on at night, if you were there in the dark to see it, it looks like a car's tail light on the tree. You spot it right away. Low glow camera, obviously not as bright, but still you can see it if you look for it. And a no glow camera is virtually invisible. I say virtually because I've tested it, and if you really squint at one of my no glow cameras, it looks like a very faint black light bulb, very faint. Or some cameras may be totally invisible. Anyway, let's set this camera up and learn to be conscious of the length of these videos, because YouTube, like I said, they wouldn't let me upload one because it was too long. So that's why they get split up into parts. So you basically just strap these cameras on the tree. I also picked this site because there's not much foliage in front of it. Basically none. There's really nothing there. Hardly anything that I gotta trim. So let's get this puppy going here. It's just a clamp on a strap. Pretty basic. After a while, I've noticed on the older cameras, this strap can get, like everything else, gets affected by UV, and I've had straps break on me. Now, I'm going to wedge something in behind the top of the camera, because you know I'm going to aim this camera down the valley, and I also want it to be not pointed at the sky, so I'm going to force the front down a little bit. So usually you just pick an appropriate size twig off the ground and kind of stick it in behind the camera. Now okay, that's about all there is to it. It looks aimed right to me. They have a fairly wide angle of view, so all we got to do now is turn the puppy on. So there. She's armed and dangerous, man. All right, so there's one camera set up. And you know, I'll be frank, I mean, if someone came walking up this cut line, they're going to see that camera on that tree. And they're knowing people nowadays, of course they're going to steal it. That's what everybody does nowadays, steal other people's stuff, right? Just doesn't it drive you crazy? But I highly doubt anybody's going to be coming up this cut line, whether walking, hiking, or ATV. And it's not even easy to ride up here on my ATV. I've been here for a week and a half now, and I've seen one person in this whole little area where I've camped and close by. One lady came by, and where I'm situated in my motor coach, if there was somebody to come into this area, unless they come in at night when I'm sleeping, I'm gonna know they're in the area. So anyway, I'm not too worried about them. Actually, just being in this cut line, you know, there's a fine line between bravery and stupidity, and sometimes I figure I lean towards the stupidity side with the, you know, with the bear danger and stuff. But you know what? What are you gonna do? You're gonna stay home and do nothing, hide under your bed all your life? Sometimes you gotta get out there, man, and do stuff. And I got my bear spray with me, and I've got my big hunting knife with me. Like I'm gonna fight a bear with a hunting knife, but hey, you gotta have something, right? Anyway, enough gabbing for now. Let's carry on and let's go set up another camera. All right, hey again. I went further up this rough cut line, and it'd be interesting to explore this actually. It keeps going and going deeper into the mountains, so maybe one of these days I'll do that. But let's set up this next camera. It's one of the Bushnell twins. Remember, I got two of these dark brown ones, the same, because they're good at night. 720p video, though it's not high def. But these are decent cameras. One of them glitches when you play the video back. It glitches a little bit here and there, but because they're twins, I can't remember which one's which, and I haven't marked it, but whatever, it still works. So let's put this puppy facing basically this way here. Kind of eyeball it, make sure it's, you know, not tilted too far one way or the other like the other one was. I had to space that other one, remember? This is looking pretty good the way it is right here. Batteries are separated in place. This one's sketchy there. Anyway, let's turn the baby on. Yeah,